Our asylum system is so broken that we let a twice-failed asylum-seeking lunatic sex criminal con artist burn a woman to within an inch of her life because a judge accepted he was a Christian, even though he failed a Christianity test. That's a sentence that shames the immigration judges. Let me break it down for you. Abdul Azidi is this Afghan man. He doused a woman and child with alkaline in the middle of a public road and then threw himself into the Thames. He pretended to convert to Christianity so he could stay in the UK, despite having failed in his asylum bid twice. Today, shocking new details have emerged. So this just landed before we came on air. Here are pictures of his sham baptism. There they are. Here are pictures of him handing out leaflets about Christianity to people in the street. Today it's emerged that Azidi failed his Christianity test and was still granted asylum at the third attempt. Azidi claimed that the Old Testament was about Jesus Christ and that one of the disciples was called Jacob in a series of blunders during a Home Office interview to test the validity of his conversion. Another new detail today is that the convicted sex offender was only allowed to attend church if he had a safeguarding person with him, presumably in case he decided to sexually assault someone while he was there. He had to sign a contract stating, "I will only come to church for the Sunday service. I will not enter the church without one of my male supporters being present. I will stay beside my supporter all the time. I will leave the church when my supporter leaves or before them." This is insane. How can a man who is not deemed safe enough to attend a church on his own be allowed to walk around the streets of Britain with the rest of us? It disgusts me. During his Christianity test, he was grilled about what God created on the third day. He answered Good Friday, Easter Sunday and Resurrection Day. The judge, named as Judge O'Hanlon, needs to be investigated in my view. Now, how many other monsters have been allowed to stay in Britain? The evidence is this. Azidi was a known sex offender. He had repeatedly lied about whether he was a Sunni or a Shia Muslim. He'd lied about how his brother died, if indeed he had died. He lied about not working in the UK when he was working as a mechanic. He claimed he'd forgotten to mention he was Christian at his first hearing. The Home Office said he was lying. And still, Judge O'Hanlon granted him asylum, supported with letters from the British Red Cross, a refugee charity, and crucially, from the church. I want to know how O'Hanlon sleeps at night. I want to know what their life is like. Do they live near a migrant hotel? Are they in danger as a result of some of the decisions that they make? Are their daughters being confronted by an Afghan sex criminal armed with a corrosive liquid in the street? Judge O'Hanlon cited a previous Supreme Judge's comments in relation to a Somali asylum seeker. He said, "We must be very careful not to dismiss an appeal just because an appellant has told lies. An appellant's own evidence has to be considered in the round with other evidence." We reached out to Judge O'Hanlon for comment via the Judicial Press Office, but were told that judges were unable to comment on cases that they have been involved with.